order the October 4th, 2023 meeting of the Philadelphia County Board of Elections. First of all, I'll remind those present that it's my duty and obligation to maintain order and decorum during this proceeding. Therefore, please be reminded that this is a meeting that is governed by the Public Sunshine Act, and that anyone who wishes to speak may object at any time to a proceed violations of the Act. So if you do choose to make such an objection, please do so succinctly, state your objection, and as a reminder, objection is not an opportunity for speech making. I'll now move to public comment. Public comment is governed by, again, the Act, and commentators shall state where they live, and if they're not a resident, that they're a Philadelphia taxpayer. And again, public comment is not an opportunity for interrogation, dialogue, or question and answers. It's truly a public comment opportunity and a chance for you to be heard, and we will maintain a budget of about 2 minutes. I may extend that time at my discretion, but I remind those present that all public comments must be relevant or germane to the board business. And finally, again, it's my duty and obligation to maintain order and decorum in this meeting, and therefore profane, slanderous, discriminatory, or personal attacks will not be tolerated. Please note that there will be a drop box and polling place change later in the meeting, so anyone wishing to be heard on those changes should wait until that time. Is there anyone here for public comment?
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
She did turn.
Sort of.
Sure.
Yeah. Yes, good morning. I would like to, my name is Rich Garella. I live in South Philadelphia, and I'm representing Protect Our Vote Philly. I would like to express our appreciation for a couple of changes that were made over the past couple of weeks in the conduct of these meetings. One was that the secretary started to read out loud the emailed in public comments, which I think is important, because otherwise they weren't being included in the transcripts and the minutes. So there's no real way for the public to see what those were unless they showed up in person. So we do appreciate that. We also appreciate that the chair offered some explanation as to the reason for the executive session that had been announced at the previous meeting. We would hope and encourage that to continue, and we encourage those explanations to be even more detailed so that they could meet the standard established by the Commonwealth Court in Reading versus Eagle, that the intention of these explanations is so that the public can really understand the reason that the matter had to be confidential and the public had to be excluded. So I think, for example, in this case, if there's any ongoing litigation, as was referred to, that litigation should at least be named, or the topic of possible litigation should be made clear. So thank you for those two improvements, and I'd like to remind the board as well that it remains your obligation under the Sunshine Act to actually keep minutes of these meetings and publish those minutes. The transcripts that are published are not legally minutes, and minutes are really necessary for the public to have an official record of all of the actions of this board. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We'll now move on to any emailed comments that may have been submitted to the board. Judge Furlong.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As of 9:45 a.m. today, the Secretary is unaware of any email comments received by the Office of City Commission.
So, having said that, we will now move on to old business, and I'm going to ask Director Lynch to read the Executive Director's report.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. The Sunshine Report for October 4th, 2023. County Board of Election report. County Board is now accepting mail-in and absentee ballot applications. Voters will need to complete and return their application to the County Board of Elections by 5 p.m. on October 31st to vote by mail for the general election. Voters may apply online to vote.phila.gov rather than returning the paper application. As of yesterday, we have approved 89,497 vote-by-mail applications. Of those, 54,852 are paper applications, and 34,645 are electronic applications. This includes civilian, overseas, and military voters. We have a total of 1,506 applications waiting to be processed, but I want to put it on the record that that number has changed. It is down. I checked with the county board before I came up here. It's down just below 250 applications. Of those, 1,173 are paper applications and 333 are electronic applications.
Hold on.
Technical glitch, I'm sorry, Director.
Good.
You can continue.
The final appeals to nomination papers have expired. The ballot is now finalized and the preparations are underway. Mail ballots will be in the mail at the end of the week. Drop boxes will be unlocked the day after the ballots are mailed. Tuesday, October 10, 2023, we will open our satellite office in City Hall, room 140. Voters can request a mail-in or replacement ballot in person and return it in all the same visit. Office hours are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Further information is available on our website at vote.phila.gov. The voter registration union for the election cycle to date, they have processed 98,275 applications, of which 13,700 were paper apps. Staff are currently processing apps and stuffing provisional envelopes. The election board, as of October 2nd, the unit has trained 1,442 board workers in person. Up to 3,000 people have committed to working election day to date. 378 people have done the online training as of yesterday.
Zoom seems to be a Zoom issue.
That's how they do the transfers.
So you may have to repeat the last part.
Okay.
Sorry, we have a connection lag. All right, we're back on again.
Okay, for the voter registration union, the election cycle to date, we have processed 98,275 applications, of which 13,700 were paper apps. Staff are currently processing application and stuffing provisional envelopes. The election board, as of October 7th, the unit has trained 1,442 board workers in person. Up to 3,000 people have committed to working election day, and 378 people have done the online training.
Thank you, Director Lynch, and the Sunshine Report will be made a part of the permanent record of the board. I'll now move on to new business. Is there anyone here to present any objection or concern regarding the moving of the drop box that is presently before the board, which is the King Sesson Recreation Center at 4901 King Sesson Avenue, to be moved to the corner of King Sesson Avenue at 50th Street? Hearing no comment, Mr. Lynch, will you present the
Yes.
move of the general election drop box relocation?
Sure, the new drop box relocation. The drop box at King Sesson Recreation Center, which is 4901 King Sesson Ave, is to be relocated to the corner of King Sesson and South 50th Street, which is right across the street due to construction at the recreation center.
I would move that we accept the recommendation of professional staff to move the 2023 primary location as indicated by Director Lynch. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So that motion passes. Now I'd like to have the polling place relocations, and I'm going to ask Mr. Stroman to present the polling place relocations. Is there anyone here that would like to speak to or the moving of a polling place? Hearing none. Mr. Stroman, you may proceed.
Good morning, Your Honor. First two changes are in the 18th Ward, the 14th Division, and the 15th Division. Moving out of Al-Aqsa Islamic Society at 1501 Germantown Avenue to the Tajid residence at 250 West Oxford Street. That is basically the same complex, it's just across the street.
I would move that we accept the recommendation of professional staff to move 18th Ward, 14th Division within division as recommended. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You may proceed.
The next two are in the 24th Ward, the 15th Division, and the 16th Division. Moving out of Calvary St. Augustine Episcopal Church at 814 North 41st Street to the McMichael School at 3543 Fairmount Avenue, and they are both moving into their own ward.
I would move that we accept the recommendation of professional staff. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved and accepted.
Next one is in the 41st Ward, the 11th Division, moving out of Holy Innocent St. Paul's Church, 7001 Torresdale Avenue, to the Tacony Branch Library, 6742 Torresdale Avenue, and this is due to a refusal.
I would move that we accept the recommendation of professional staff to move as Mr. Stroman has indicated.
Second.
Do I hear a second? All in favor?
Aye.
That is accepted. Mr. Stroman?
Next two are in the 41st Ward again, 17th Division and the 21st Division. Again, moving out of Holy Innocent St. Paul's Church, 7001 Torresdale Avenue, to Jack Costello Boxing Club at 6846 Torresdale Avenue, due to a refusal.
I would move that we accept the professional staff's recommendation of the movement of these two polling places. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Sorry.
The motion carries. The change is accepted.
Next two are in the 46th Ward, the 5th Division and the 6th Division, moving out of Mastery Harrity Charter School, 5601 Christian Street, to Boys Latin Charter School at 5501 Cedar Avenue, and that is back to the original location.
I move that we accept the recommendation of professional staff to move these two polling places as recommended. Do I hear a second?
Second as proposed.
All in favor?
Aye.
That motion carries. Judge Furlong, do we have any other items to be added to the agenda?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Judge Johnson, do we have any other items to be added to the agenda?
No, Mr. Chairman.
I'd like to make a privileged motion that we adjourn this meeting to the call of the chair. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Nice meeting you. Take care.